In this session, we are going to talk about the Power BI services. Power BI services are a cloud-based business analytics service provided by Microsoft. It is a vital component of the Power BI ecosystem, and it enables the users to share, collaborate, and distribute interactive reports and dashboards created in Power BI desktop. With Power BI service, organization can foster a data-driven culture by making the insights accessible to everyone, anytime and anywhere. Power BI services host and manage the Power BI reports and dashboards. It acts as a central hub where users can publish their Power BI desktop creations, allowing others within the organization to view and interact with the data. The service supports a range of features including data visualization, data sharing, collaboration, and data refresh scheduling. Now we will talk about what are the significance of Power BI service. The first one is the centralized data access. Power BI services provide a unified platform where all the business intelligence content is stored and accessed, ensuring the consistency and availability of the data. The next one is the collaboration and sharing. Users can easily share the reports and dashboards with colleagues, facilitating the collaboration and decision making based on the real time data. Then we have scalability. As a cloud service, Power BI service scale within the organization needs, accommodating the growing data and user requirements without additional infrastructure investments. Then the last one is the security and governance. Power BI service includes robust security features, ensuring data is protected and access is controlled according to the organization's policy. Now let's talk about the key features of Power BI service. First one is the publishing of reports. In this, you can upload the reports from Power BI desktop, or you can also use the browser-based editing, where the users can create the reports and edit directly into the Power BI service using a web browser. The next one is creating and sharing dashboards. In this, we can use the interactive dashboards where users can pin visualizations from different reports to create interactive dashboards that provide a high level view of the key metrics. In this, we also have the sharing options of the dashboards in which the dashboards can be shared with individuals, groups, or entire organization with various permissions levels to control access. The next one is the data refresh. So we can schedule the refresh or we can also do the on-demand refresh. If we are scheduling the refresh, Power BI services support these refresh, ensuring that the reports and dashboards always display up-to-date information. In the on-demand refresh, users can manually refresh their data whenever needed to see the latest changes. Then we have the collaboration tools. In this, we have the workspaces and comments and annotations. In workspaces in Power BI, it allows the teams to collaborate on reports and dashboards in a shared environment. Whereas in comments and annotations, users can add the comments and annotations to reports and dashboards, facilitating the discussions and insights sharing. Then we have the data security. In the data security, we have row level security, also known as RLS. In this, Power BI services support the RLS, allowing the data to be filtered based on the user's role, ensuring that the users only can see the data which is relevant to them. Then we also have the data encryption. Data is encrypted both in transit and at rest, providing a high level of security. The next one in the list is mobile accessibility. We can create the Power BI mobile apps in which the users can access the reports and dashboards on mobile devices using the Power BI mobile applications for iOS and Android, ensuring that the data is accessible on the go. The next one is integration with other Microsoft services. In this, the users can integrate with Office 365 and also with the Azure services. So to conclude, Power BI service is an essential tool for organizations looking to harness the power of data. By providing a cloud-based platform for sharing, collaboration, and distributing the business intelligence content, Power BI services ensure that the insights are accessible to everyone, driving better decisions making and fostering a data-driven culture. With its robust feature, scalability, and integration capabilities, Power BI services empowers organizations to turn their data into the actionable insights anytime and anywhere. Now, let's see a small high-level overview of the Power BI services in our web browser. So for that, what I need to do is first we will open the Power BI desktop application. And over here, you can see this publish option. Whenever you are working with any report and you want to publish it on the Power BI services, you can click on this publish option and it would then publish your report to the Power BI services. If you have already published the report or you just want to go and see what are the different operations present in the Power BI service. You can see over here right now under my name, if I click over here, we will get this option of Power BI services. If you don't have an account and you haven't signed in yet, you will see a sign in option over here. Now remember, you can only sign in with your organization account or the education account. That means if your college or university has provided you with any email ID, only that can be used to log in into the Power BI services. You cannot use your personal email ID, like Gmail and Yahoo email addresses to log in. So when you will click over here, you will see a sign in option. And if you click on sign in, it will give you an option to create an account. After you have created an account, it would show something like this. And over here, you will find the option of Power BI services. You can click on it. It would then redirect you to your browser and it would open the browser application of Power BI for you, which is app.powerbi.com. Now let's look at the different options present over here. The first one is the home option, where you can see the recommended reports and the other things. For example, let's say that it is giving me an option to view and understand a Power BI report. So if I click on this open, what it would do is it would open that particular report over here, and it would also guide you on how can you create that particular report. So you can see it is giving me an option to explore that particular report. So basically, let's say that if you want to learn something new, you can click on that and it would show you a report which would be then guiding you on how can you create these particular kind of reports. Then to create a new report over here in the web browser, I have this new report option. If I click over here, it would then take me to this create option over here. So you can see first I was in the home tab. Now if I click on the create tab, it is the same thing that was showing when I clicked on new report. Over here, I have the option to upload the data from Excel file, CSV file, or I can even paste or manually enter the data over here. And I can also choose a published data set. Now, what is this published data set? So let's say if you're working with a data set and if you have already published it on the web, there you can utilize that particular data set to create any reports or dashboards further. Then we have the browse option. In this browse option, I will be getting an option to view all my workspaces. Currently, whenever you log in into Power BI services, it would create a workspace for you by default, and the name of that workspace would be My Workspace. So if you click on it, we will be looking at what exactly is a workspace, but you can find all the particular reports that I have published and the data set associated with that in this workspace. Also, you have this option of upload over here. So you can browse any file and upload a .bbix file, that is the Power BI file. You also have this option of new over here, and it would give you an option to create a new report, magnetic report, dashboard, semantic models, or any streaming data sets, which is basically a live data set. Then we have this one lake data hub. Over here, you can manage and use the data across your organization. So if you're working in an organization and all this data is at single place, you can easily access this from this part. Then we have the apps option. Over here, you can easily manage the Power BI apps if you have anyone created in your organization. If you don't have any, you can click over here in the Get Apps option. And over here, it would show you all the apps that are supported by it. Also, you have this organizational apps, which is basically the applications in your organization. Then we have the matrix option. Over here, it would allow you to collaborate and manage this key business matrix in your organization. So we have already talked about KPI, and it is a place where you can manage all those things. You can see some example of these key business matrix over here, like the human resources sample, the marketing sample, education sample. So let's say if I click on this education sample, and it would open the education sample for me. And it would give me some hints also. For example, over here, it is saying me be the top US provider of learning platforms for a school. So if I click over here, it would show me that particular matrix related to the data set. So we'll also talk about it in some lecture. Then we have the monitor option. Over here, you can monitor all the activities across your workspaces. So we will be talking about the workspaces in the upcoming session, and then we will see how can you monitor these workspaces. Then we have the learn option. Over here, it gives you the capability to learn with the help of different sample reports over here and the different videos also. So you can see I have this training option over here. Over here, I can even register for a webinar, or I can see particular report of the day, pignated reports of the day. Then we have the testimonials over here. People are saying that what is their experience working with the Power BI. and also they are sharing their data stories. You can also find the new features that have been listed in the Power BI on this part where it says what's new. So here we have the newest feature option. So in case if you are wondering with what updates are the new features coming in, you can easily find it in this option. Also, you have the YouTube channel where you can go and watch some videos where they are like whenever they are rolling a new feature, they are publishing some videos related to it also. Then we have the real-time hub, basically managing the real-time data over here. So if you are creating a data stream, which is your real-time data, you can manage it from this part. Then we have the workspace option over here. You can see that it has already created my workspace for me. If I want to create any new workspace, I can click over here in the new workspace option and then it would create a new one for me. So we will also talk about it in some time. And then we have the option to manage the my workspace. So I can click over here and then I can manage the workspace that I have already created. So by default, whichever workspace is active, it would show over here. Then if you click on this app launcher option, it would show you the option of Power BI, add-ins, and also the admin activities. So this is a small overview of the Power BI services. Now we'll move to the other lectures and we will talk about each one of them in detail. Thank you.